Hey, what's going on everyone? I am the OPJellicent and we are back on Pokemon Showdown today for another Sun and Moon OU Showdown live using this really cool team featuring Pursuit Mega Scizor, which can obviously Pursuit trap the Lotties, and then it has this really cool Salazzle on it with Disable. I believe it's Black Sludge, yeah. Just standard stuff here. Can't miss Toxic, which is really cool because I always mix my Toxics. Leech Seed looks to be defensive Celesteela right now. Assuming this is Scarf Keldeo? Yep, Scarf Keldeo with Scald, Hydro Pump, Secret Sword, Icy Wind. I might make the Stone Edge in case of Volcarona becomes a problem. And then we just have Scarf Landers right here and offensive rocks Garchomp. So let's see, go ahead and see how we do. I do have to ladder back up a little bit after the terrible events that went down in the Chandelure Live, in case you guys missed that the other day. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. Let's see what we can do right here. Salazzle actually does a ton of work, but I don't want it to get hit by the Greninja too hard, that's the thing. So I'm honestly thinking about leading off with my offensive Garchomp and just getting up rocks. It doesn't really have a bad matchup. Obviously, if he leads with the Greninja or the Magearna, I guess if it's Magearna, it's fine, but I might want to scout for the Scarf. That was really loud. Let me go ahead and turn down my effect volume. If he actually does lead off with this, so this gives me my rocks. He could be Supersonic Sky Strike, but he's just going to go for his own rocks, which is alright. Weird Scarf, so I'm actually going to go out into this. I'm going to turn this down even more. Why is that so loud? Okay. As what we'll do here is just go right for the... Not sure what he would want to switch out into. He did go for the Hidden Power Ice. I kind of just want to knock off, see if we can get rid of a Rocky Helmet. Yeah, we do get rid of the Rocky Helmet. So that'll be great for my Garchomp late game. As what I'll do here is just, I think, go out into my Scizor. He is defensive, but I don't know how much speed he has. Keldeo is another play, as well as Celesteela, but he could be like Gravity or something. I'm just going to bring out my Keldeo right now. And honestly, I would probably expect this thing to come out, but I'm just going to go right for the Hydro Pump anyway. Let's go Tapu Fini. We all get some damage off on this thing, assuming we connect. As we do, which is great. We actually crit him, which is really great. So now what I'll do is go out into my Celesteela. Not sure what he wants to do. I can throw off a Leech Seed. Goes right to the Moonblast, so that's not going to do anything at all. As I'm not sure what he would want to bring out here. Maybe the Magearna. I'm actually just going to Heavy Slam. He does go for the Taunt right there. So I'm glad I didn't Leech Seed. That would have been a little bit annoying. Because now this thing is really weakened, and this is his primary way to deal with my Keldeo. So if I can get rid of this thing, Keldeo can potentially win. Goes for the Nature's Madness. I'm fine with that. I just want damage on this thing. Not sure what he would switch in here. I do need this Mon Healthy a little bit for the Greninja. I'll just go for the Heavy Slam here. He has no Rail switch in. We knocked off the Landers as a Rocky Helmet. He's going to go for the Defog, which is completely alright. I kind of appreciate that too, to be honest, because my Salazzle is going to have a lot of fun. We get a defense boost, so he's pretty much forced into, like, yeah, Greninja. And we might take a hit from this thing. I'm not risking it. I'm going to go out into my Keldeo. Probably see a Specs Hydro Pump, as he goes right for the Dark Pulse, which is alright. Because now that that Tapu Fini is gone, Secret Sword is completely free, I think. It almost makes me want to just go for the Hydro Pump. Let's go for the Secret Sword. He does go for the Magearna play, which is interesting because that takes a lot. And this gives me my, I think Celesteela has a switch in. He could go right for the Volt Switch. I honestly don't care much about Garchomp at this point. I should actually just go for the Shift Gear, so that could be a little bit problematic, I guess. But Shift Gear, I don't know if that runs Flare Cannon or not. I'm just going to go right for the Earthquake. What is this, Corkscrew Crash? Twinkle Tackle. I don't think he had to click Twinkle Tackle there. Gets a special attack boost, so this gives me my Celesteela as a switch in, and we can just go right for the Heavy Slam. I don't expect him to knock me out with anything except for Volt Switch, and Volt Switch would not be that bad. He goes for the Ice Beam. As long as he doesn't freeze me, that's alright, because this puts him into range of my Scarf Keldeo's Secret Sword now, or Scald, whatever I want. And I'm winning this game with my Keldeo, so I do have to be careful. We'll go out into my Keldeo, as I said. It's really my only switch in, and what I'll do here is just go right for the Secret Sword. Knock him out. This forces him into, I guess, either one of these three. And I'm fine with any of those coming in. It could be HP Fire Tapu Lele or maybe Mega Zam, not sure, but Scarf Keldeo can definitely win. I'm hoping we don't see like a random Scarf Zam right now, but I am going to bring out my Scizor right now. I would not expect an HP Fire that early. Yeah, that does a lot. That's definitely Specs. As unfortunately he gets the Spit After Drops, so he's going to knock me out right here, I think. We can't Bullet Punch him under Psychic Terrain. Yeah, that sucks. Can we live with our Mega Evolve? No, we can't. So I guess this gives me my Scizor, and I kind of just have to hope he's not Scar. I'm pretty sure that's Specs damage, so what I'll do here is just go for a... Making a... I don't want him randomly going Lando. If he goes Lando, that'll be a problem. I think I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower. As he is actually Scarf, so that crit with the... Scizor really sucked because I would have been probably just won the game with Hydro Pump right now. Not sure if it's Sash Jam. If it was Sash Jam, then it probably didn't matter. Can I get a... We missed, and we don't even get a revenge crit, so... Unfortunate, but that's just sometimes what happens. We're still decently high on the ladder, I guess. Apparently Marshadow is loud now. I didn't know that. I believe it's a Ghost Fighting type. But yeah, that's actually really annoying. But what we'll do here is just lead off with our... I think Lando, we can just U-turn out on whatever. You might want to lead Zard and just be tempted to Fire Blast right away. I'm kind of hoping we see that. He does lead off with the Charizard, so if he stays in and we can just connect the Stone Edge right now, that would be amazing. He's not risking anything. He's just going to go right into his own Landorus, as we do catch that thing with the Stone Edge. Obviously not going to do a lot since we are at -1, but this gives me my... Could go for an HP Ice. I'm honestly thinking hard Keldeo, because I really wouldn't expect an Earthquake right now. That's not the play at all. As what I'll do here is just go right for a Hydro Pump. He brings out the Mew, as we do connect. That does a lot, but he has leftovers, so I'm going to be forced to switch out here. You could have Will-O-Wisp, but I'm honestly thinking about just going out into my Celesteela. I don't care if he wisps me, I can throw off a Leech Seed. Goes for the Roost, which is completely alright, because what I'll do here is just go right for a Leech Seed. As he brings in the Zard, which is completely alright. Any damage on this thing is great. Do we have Protect? We do have Protect. So I'm going to see what he does right here. Go for the Protect. He goes right for a Flamethrower. We probably don't live, but I'm just going to go right into my Keldeo right now. You could expect that. That's the thing. What do I not need? Do I need Garchomp right in this match? Yeah, I definitely do need Garchomp. Do I need Scizor? It's kind of walled by a lot. I don't think Scizor is that necessary. He actually brings out the Landorus right now, so... going Keldeo would have been a great play, but what I'll do here is just go right for a... Just defog these rocks away. That's completely fine. As he brings out the Mew, so... I could have easily U-turned right there. He probably has the Will-O-Wisp coming my way, so I'm just going to go right back out into my Celesteela. Goes go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm glad I switched out. Yeah, so what I'll do right here is just throw off another Leech Seed. At some point I do want to get up rocks just to threaten the Zard. As he does switch that into the Landorus, so this could be like a potential Smackdown or Gravity set. But what I'll do right here is just go right for the Heavy Slam. He does go for the rocks, but we'll see what he is right now. He is not Rocky Helmet. And we're weakening this thing a lot, making my Garchomp just that much more of a threat. And what I'll do is protect. Just switch out into the Zard, which is unfortunate because I could have gone right for a Leech Seed right there. It's probably the better play because he probably couldn't touch me at all. But what I'll do here is just hard switch into my Scizor. Like I said, it doesn't do that much this match, as I'm hoping we see a Solar Beam, but we do see a Flamethrower. But this gives me my Garchomp as a switch in, and what I can do here is just throw off a... I think just a Dragon Claw is fine. He does switch out into the Landorus, so we're going to be able to Dragon Claw that thing. Take some Life Orb Recurl, unfortunately. I could get up a Rock Set here, but he could be Supersonic Sky Strike, so I'm just going to go out for the Dragon Claw again. We didn't see an item, so I'm definitely thinking that was more like of an offensive Lando with the Sky Strike. I was not sure what play he would want to make here. We could potentially see him go out into the... If it's not Scarf McGear now, that's going to be bad for him. I'm going to check Marshadow's stats right now. Marshadow. It's actually pretty fast, wow. Has a good attack stat. Yeah, Fighting Ghost like I thought, so... He's going to bring out that Marshadow. This is weird because I don't know what it's going to do. I'm just going to go right out into my Landorus, because it's probably going to want to hit me with a physical attack. Yep, close combat. That's banded. Definitely banded. That's what I'll do here is just get out my rocks, I think. Or I think I just want to U-turn out expecting Mew. Yeah, we do catch the Mew, so... Get a U-turn out on that thing, and we can bring in our... Probably our Celesteela on this thing. Judging from that, it's probably Spit F. Not sure whether he would have a second type move. I'm gonna go Salazzle and just throw off a Toxic, because this Mew is the thing standing in the way of my Keldeo winning. So we can go for a Toxic right now. We won't miss, which is great because we are Poison type. And he doesn't really... He switches out into the Charizard, which is an interesting play because we might knock him out after this. Are we... No, we're Life Orb. I mean, Leftovers. Do we knock him out with the Sludge Bomb? He could have Earthquake. That could be what he's making. Let's calc. Scizor Special Sweeper against this Charizard. Drop Breaker Y. Sludge Bomb does a lot. It's not enough yet. I'm honestly thinking about just going for it though, because we don't really have a switch in. So we'll just go for that. Sludge Bomb does a lot. He does have the Air Slash, it looks like, so not the, we'll go for a Flamethrower here. If he could randomly go to Magearna, that would be amazing. But he should just stay in and sack his Zard. It's poison, it'll die to poison this turn. It could come in and get a kill later. He does switch out into the Magearna, so really poor play on his part, because we're going to get a ton of damage off with that Flamethrower. And let me just make sure that I have my Ignore settings on. We did, so that's fine. And what I'll do here is just go right for another Flamethrower. Knock that thing out. So he just let me knock out his Magearna for pretty much no reason. Here Marshadow is going to come out, as what I'll do is just, I think, want to Flamethrower this thing. He goes for the... is that going to knock me out? What is that? So not a move I've seen. He's Ghost Fighting. Let's go Landorus here, I guess. And then his Mew is weakened, so what I'll do here is just go for a knockoff. Not sure what play he wants to do, because he doesn't really have a switch in right now. Goes out into the Zard and sacks it, so that's completely alright. I'll go for the knockoff right now. As here he's forced out into the Garchomp, I believe. He could go Marshadow if he really wanted to, but Celesteela can switch in on this thing. As he does switch back out into the Marshadow, so this was banded, but not sure what it really wants to do to me. I honestly just want a Heavy Slam. Does this knock me out? No, that didn't do anything. Wow. That did nothing too. What the heck? As Spectral Thief was his move, so I'm going to Protect right here. He does go right for the next Spectral Thief, so he's definitely Choice Banded. I think that's a Ghost type move. And I definitely want my Landorus still around, so we'll just Leech Seed right here, on the off chance that we do live. As we don't, so... what's your special defense, Marshadow? It's not very high. We'll go Keldeo right now. And just start spamming Hydro Pump and hope we connect, I guess. He might stay in, expecting to knock me out, but we are Scarf. So if we do connect the Hydro Pump, then maybe something can happen right here. We are Scarf Landorus too, so in the worst case, we will Revenge Kill this thing with that. This will get 2-hit KO'd. Yep, easy 2-hit KO. I really don't hope we miss. Yep, we connect, so that's great. Here he's going to bring out the Garchomp, so we'll go down to our Garchomp. He goes for the Outrage and just does a ton of damage, that's fine. So what I'm going to do here is go out into my Landorus. Just pretty much making so... I don't know if he knocks me out, but if he's not Scarf, then we're fine. He is Scarf, so it's going to come down to whether or not he hits himself right now. Because unless he doesn't knock me out, he should not knock me out. So it's going to come down to whether or not we can connect, which we do, as he's going to hit himself. So it's going to come down to whether or not Hydro Pump can knock out the Marshadow if we connect. If it does, that would be great. If it doesn't, then we've lost. But really cool first time seeing Marshadow right now. It's not a mon I've seen on the ladder ever. And I'm really hoping this knocks him out. As a crit him, I'm going to calc that right now and see if it mattered. Because, let's see, Keldeo for Scarf against Marshadow. I don't know if he had any Spit F, but Hydro Pump, that probably did matter. Yeah, I feel bad about that, but I've missed Hydro Pump so many times, I'll take that when I can. We'll get another match right now. This is why I need to preserve my Keldeo right now, because of Quivered and Volcarona. But Rocks he's obviously going to expect me to prioritize Rocks, so he could counter lead my Garchomp or my Landorus right now. If he was going to do that, he would probably lead off with his Manaphy, so I'm just going to lead off with my Scizor. As he actually does lead off with the Medicamp, so what I'll do is just U-turn. We should see a Fake Out, as we do, and I think we live a High Jump Kick. Medicamp against Scizor. If we are offensive, I guess, High Jump Kick does a lot. That's the regular Scizor, though. What about Mega? We should definitely live, even without this defense right now. We do, so I'm just going to U-turn out. As we do catch the Manaphy, and get a ton of damage on that thing, so that's great. And what I'll do here is just bring out a... I think my own guard shot might knock it out. Maybe my Keldeo. He could have Psychic or Energy Ball. That could always be a play. Here he should go out into the Tapu Fini if he wants to be safe, but he's actually going to stay in. Go for the Energy Ball like I thought, so... here he might go out into the Tapu Fini, but I'll just go right for another Secret Sword. Tapu Fini should be his play. He could expect me to be... Yeah, he just got into the Tapu Fini. If he went Volcarona there, that would honestly be a mixed play because he doesn't know my set. But what I'll do here is to switch that into my Celesteela. And just attempt to weaken this thing like I was doing before. He doesn't really have a great heavy slam switch in. As what I think I'll do here is just I got that play. I should have just heavy slam. What? I got that play right last time. What I'll do here is just heavy slam. You could go for another Nature's Madness. Going Volcarona would honestly be a misplay because heavy slam should put it into range of my. Don't flame body burn me, please. As he does obviously flame body burn me. As what I'll do here is hard switch into my Keldeo. He should quiver dance up maybe. Yeah, so he knows I'm Scarf, so what I'll do here is just go right for a Hydro Pump. He actually just lets me knock him out, so big threat gone right there. He should have just switched out, not sure what he was doing. I'm definitely preserving my Keldeo and going Landorus right now. He could go for a Scarf Outrage. Goes right for the Earthquake, so that's fine. What I'll do here is just go for a knockoff. Not sure what he would switch in. Switches in the Tapu Fini, so we'll get rid of this thing because I'm doing leftovers right now. Yep, there goes the leftovers, so no recovery for that thing. And the fact that this is burned is really annoying. I'll just go right for the... Not sure what he would do right now. I'm going to attempt a Leech Seed. Maybe he'll attack right away and not taunt. Taunting is obviously the play, but yeah, we do get that play right. So if we connect this Leech Seed, that would be amazing, as we do. So we get the play right. Get that Leech Seed recovery back. I figured he would make that play since he already saw the taunt. And what I'll do here is just have it. This is looking to do a good amount. Yep, 29. I'll take that damage. As I still want this thing alive, I think. But then again, I don't really have a switch in. We could go Landorus, but he's probably going to Ice Punch to kill me right now. So I'll just go right for the Heavy Slam. Yes, he did Ice Punch, so I'm glad I didn't go Landorus. As what I'll do here is just go out into my Scizor. If he stays in and high jump kicks, we will knock him out with the U-turn. If he switches out, then we get initiative, so that's great. Brings out his Magearna. So this definitely gives me my Landorus. And I can just click Earthquake right now. He could expect to be faster and be Scarf Ice Beam, but he actually lived. He does have the Ice Beam, so he's probably Scarf. That's unfortunate, but what I'll do is just go down to my Keldeo. And just go right for a Hydro Pump. As we do connect. So if we missed that, that obviously could have been really bad. Not sure what his set was, but he probably knew that he lived that. I need damage on this Tapu Fini to win with my Keldeo right now, so... unfortunately, I think I need to go Salazzle right now. I wouldn't expect a water move if you just go for the Moonblast, so that's good. That's what I'll do here is just go right for a Sludge Bomb. It's really a no drawback play. Goes out to the Manaphy and stacks that thing, so that's alright. Manaphy is going to go right down. Garchomp is going to come out. Scizor can switch in on this thing every time. Unless he's Fire Fang, I guess. He actually crit me, so I guess Scizor wasn't to switch in. This just forces me to Bullet Punch, I think. Get whatever damage off I can. That might put it into range of my Keldeo's Hydro Pump. This is fine because I know we live a Dragon Claw. We can just go for our own Dragon Claw. He actually switches out into the Tapu Fini, so Earthquake wasn't my play there. He's probably going to go for the... I'm just going to go double that into my Salazzle. Goes for the Moonblast, so that's fine. I'm definitely expecting Garchomp right now. It's probably Scarf Chomp. So what I'll do is I'll just Sludge Bomb. He definitely knows he should address that he needs this thing alive. So he does go out after the Garchomp, which is completely alright. The problem is I don't really have a switch in for this thing anymore, so I'm really glad we got that poison. As a Dragon type move might come out right now, I guess. Yeah, let's go for the Sludge Bomb again, as he actually does go for the Earthquake, so... Unfortunate, but this does give me my Keldeo. And we can just click the Scald button. And I think what I need to do is Earthquake with my Garchomp and then hope that Keldeo knocks him out. He does bring out his Finny. I could also bank on Garchomp winning the game. I guess I'll do that. Get as much damage off as I can. And ideally, not sure how much his Moonblast does, and ideally Earthquake does 2-hit KOs right now. As it does, so if we get not that much damage here, he actually does a ton. But I actually think Fake Out's going to knock me out. Yeah, Fake Out's definitely knocking me out from that range, so really close game. If he doesn't have Fake Out, then we win, but I'm definitely expecting Fake Out. We actually saw Fake Out at the beginning, I think. He faked out my Scizor, so really unfortunate crit on my Scizor right there, because that could have easily bullet punched and then probably just won, but I'll say GG. But we'll, I think, go for one more. Not sure how long this has been. I'll quickly check. Alright guys, I'm back. It turns out the live has only been around 20 minutes so far, so we're just definitely continuing right now. I'm going to try to keep it around 30 minutes. This guy has a really offensive team. It looks like he's just going to lead off with the Smeargle and just attempt to webs us, I guess, but do we have a way around that, just to not let him get up webs? He could Spore me right away, I guess, too. We'll eat Scizor, as he does lead with the Smeargle, so we'll at least see a Spore. I'll U-turn out. Scizor, I'm okay with letting Scizor be my sleep fodder. Then again, am I? Because that's my main response to the Pinsir, I think. But no, +2 return, still going to do a ton with the Pinsir, so I'll just Mega Evolve and U-turn out right now. If he goes for the Spore right away, that would be unfortunate, but he's going to end up getting his webs regardless, so... he's going to go for the webs first, so that's great, because we're going to bring him down to Sash. And then I'll bring out my Landorus right here. And just follow it up with another U-turn just to knock him out. Probably Spored right there, but this is going to give me my Keldeo right now. I'm kind of hoping he brings out something that he expects to be able to KO this under safe precautions, but he could bring out the Pinsir right now, but I believe that's base 105 speed. And if we get damage on that thing, that would be great. Yeah, that's base 105, so if he brings out Pinsir expecting to outspeed me, as he does, we get off a Hydro Pump right now. Quick Attack definitely doesn't knock me out. We got off a Hydro Pump, doesn't do a ton. As he Swords Dance up, but I think even +2 Quick Attack should not knock me out. It does, so, you know, I underestimated this thing a lot, but I can go out into my Landorus right now, intimidate him, and we should easily be able to take a +1 Frustration and just knock him out with the Stone Edge. He actually goes for the Quick Attack, expecting me to be, we actually miss. Go for the Stone Edge again. If we, what was that roll? Help me. Well, I think, this could be bad. Go for the Bullet Punch. Knock him out. Probably should have just done that first, but that's really terrible. Because with my Keldeo dead, Bisharp is looking like a huge threat. Brings out the Zygarde. We can't even remove hazards on this team, can we? Do we have Defog on this thing? We do. Goes for this, but what I think I'll do here is just he could 1000 arrows me. That's the thing. So I'll just U-turn out right now. Goes for the Coil, which is completely all right. I'll just U-turn out into my Garchomp. That Landorus play sucked, to say the least, but 1000 arrows should not knock me out. I think we should live easily. We are a Garchomp. We're not Tank Chomp, but we are Garchomp. But yeah, we've had some really tough luck this live. Not really liking it. The team is fun though. He's actually just gonna not knock me out. Did we crit? We didn't crit, so as you get to Citrus, so that might just be game. Because we do go down to that. This forces me into my Salazzle. What I'll do is just Toxic him. He should outspeed me and just go for 1000 arrows. If that happens, I'll just click X, but he goes for the 1000 arrows and knocks me out. So, unfortunate game right there. I'm definitely getting another one. I'm not ending it off on that loss. Mega Manectric is such a big threat in this match. It's a huge threat. I have to keep my, I have to keep my Garchomp at full, pretty much. Just to live the HP Ice. So he could just lead off with Manectric. We could try to catch that. He actually decides to lead off with his Landorus right now, so what I'll do is just U-turn out. He's probably going to end up getting up with rocks or something like that. I'm definitely not expecting a turn 1 Earthquake, so what I think I'm going to do is U-turn out into my Keldeo, and just put on the pressure with the Water type move right away. I could double out into my Scizor, just predicting the Tangrowth, but there's no reason to. We're going to take Rocky Helmet damage, and I'll just go right out into my Keldeo. As we do see the HP Ice, so great prediction on my part. That's what I'll do here is just double out into my Scizor. Yep, catching the Tangrowth, so this gives me a Mega Evolution and U-turn. He actually stays in, so we got a ton of damage off, and I'll just go out into my... So logically, you're expecting the HP Fire. There's the HP Fire, so that's alright. What I can do right here is just throw off the Sludge Bomb. Not sure what he would switch in, maybe the Marshadow? Switches in his Keldeo, so that's going to take a ton of damage. Could be Scarf. I'm just going to go out into my Celesteela. If it's not Scarf, then that's great. It appears it's not Scarf. Unfortunately, he decided to double out into Manectric, so what I'll do here is just Protect, expecting a Volt Switch. It actually goes right through the HP Ice, so I'm going to Earthquake right now to go through the Flamethrower, so mid-ground play, but this is going to do a ton. We'll do a lot. As here I would expect the the electric type move to come out, so he actually goes for the HP Ice. I don't understand that play at all. So now I'm forced out into my Garchomp, which sucks. But I'll just go for the Earthquake right now. This should not knock me out. Goes out into his Landorus. I don't understand the HP Ice play there at all, because I would have just done more damage to that thing, but obviously I can't let this thing get weakened, or else I'll just lose to the Manectric outright. We do have Scarf Keldeo though, and since he did let us Earthquake though, we can check it. So I'm actually just thinking about just getting up a Rocks right now. He goes for the U-turn, so great. He's going to take Rocky Helmet damage. Brings back out his Manectric, so what I'll do here is just switch in my Celesteela, I think. Celesteela is fine. Or I could just stay in. I'll stay in an Earthquake. So yeah, he actually opts to Volt Switch there, so over prediction on his part. So we got him back for... it's prediction for prediction right there. We got the prediction wrong the first time, but then he got it right. So I don't think this thing knocks me out, but we're at like minus 3 million, so that's going to go out into my Scizor. Ice Punch comes out. Don't freeze, thank you. That's what we'll do here is just Pursuit. That should not... why is my Scizor getting crit by every Mon? That actually really blows, because... Actually, I guess he doesn't really have a Flamethrower to switch in. Because judging from the fact that he switched out his Keldeo last time, he's actually faster than me. Oh yeah, because this thing's fast. I forgot. That's what I'll do here is just throw off the Scald. He does bring out the Tangrowth, so... we got that play wrong that the Salazzle sucked. Yeah, we're definitely not playing well this live, I can say that, but... He's gonna go for the knockoff right here, which is alright. I need to win the game with Scarf Keldeo if I want to win, obviously. He could stay in. I'm just gonna go right for a Heavy Slam, as we actually do a decent amount. He's gonna go for the HP Fire, do a lot, as I think I'm just forced to Heavy Slam right now. Switches in his Landorus, which is completely fine. I'm glad that the Tangrowth is weakened, but it's not weakened enough for my Keldeo. What I'll do here is just Leech Seed. He's just gonna U-turn. And probably bring out his Keldeo. Brings out Tangrowth, so I guess I can go out into this. He doesn't really have a Dragon Claw switch in. Switches in Landorus, which is alright, because I'll Dragon Claw that thing twice. Or just once and crit it. But I don't think we have a way of getting around the Tangrowth right now, because it's at such high health. And he has this. If this is Scarf, then we just lose anyway. Shadow Ball comes out, knocks me out, and I'll go Keldeo here, but he crit my Scizor again, which sucks, as we're going to knock that thing out, but we don't have a way to beat the Tangrowth. He just goes into that, clicks a Giga Drain, and wins. Or his own Keldeo. We're disabled, too, so... yeah, we'll just click X. So, really unfortunate last two games. I'm pretty sure those were the two games that we got our Scizor crit, but either way, enjoyable live. I'm going to have to ladder up even more now, which is a little bit annoying, but it's alright. I'll do that off screen and just get back up to like the 1600s for you guys, but either way, be sure to subscribe down below if you enjoyed. I'll use a more conventional team next time, but yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.